Hey guys, I'm back. So, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately. I saw this really interesting one the other day with it was a seal or a sea otter. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it one might have been a seal and the other might have been a sea otter because I'm gonna tell you about two different ones. One of them I believe it was in the water and the people that were working at the zoo, wherever this particular animal was being kept at, or it might have been in Gulfarium, I'm not really sure, noticed that he was wheezing a lot when he was breathing as he was coming in and out of the water. Well, it turned out that he was asthmatic, and they had to teach him how to use your standard albuterol inhaler that us as asthmatics learn how to use, but they had it through like an aero chamber, which is what I'm supposed to use because it's supposed to when you insert it, when you take a deep breath, it's supposed to kind of get it in one area, and then it's supposed to travel and go into your lungs evenly, and it's supposed to go deeper to help you. Um, when you just use a little puffer, sometimes if you don't have your mouth completely around it, the stuff can seal out. It can come out the corners, and you're not getting that tight fit, and you're losing some of the medication. um, there was another one where there was this lady that lived on this farm, and her seal or sea otter or whatever, she had him from when he was a pup, when he was just a little itty bitty thing. He was just born, and she had to teach him how to swim. And then he was kind of like a dog around her farm. He would follow her every day when she went to go feed the animals. He'd follow them. He'd make friends with them. He'd go back. I mean, he looked like he was running around like a dog. Like at one point, he's going to have to go back out in the wild and in the water and whatnot. But it was astounding to see how this particular animal interacted with his environment and the ones around it. You know, you raise them a certain way, and they'll believe that there's something else. It might believe it's like a dog or a lion or something. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of. I've seen some cute cat videos. There was this funny one the other day where there was this cat that was shutting up a dog. Like this little dog was barking. He was just barking up a storm. The cat gets up and looks up at it like this or something, and the dog immediately like retreats. He knows who's boss, and the dog's supposed to be the alpha, but yet he lets the cat become the alpha, and it's just funny how you trade those roles and how they interact. It's kind of like us as humans in relationships. We're like that sometimes, where one of them seems to be more domineering than the other one. I don't want to say overbearing, domineering. One that's like the stricter one, and one's more the funner one. One's a little bit higher than the other. Even though you're equals, there's one that sometimes takes a little bit more control than the other one to know what they need. It's just give and take. You know, it's a relationship. Um, Very interesting. I've also been watching a lot of marriage proposals, and not just marriage proposals. I've watched the ones that go good. I've watched the ones that go bad. There's this Oriental guy that circulated a year or two ago. I want to say, might have been even 3 years ago, but I don't think it's been that long. And he was at the mall, I think, and he was proposing to his girl. And I think it was like Thailand or Bangladesh or someplace overseas. I want to say it is, unless they were in America. I don't know. But he he had met her like a few weeks or a year before, and he had this band playing. They had a ukulele. They were playing this song, and he set the tone. He got her to a certain area and was going to propose to her. He got down on one knee, proposed to her. She said no. She went over and got the ukulele from the guy and took and beat the guy who proposed to her in the head with it and then ran off. The poor guy, or his stomach or whatever, he's laying there writhing in pain, and I can't believe what she did. Now, I don't know the extent of the relationship. I don't know if it was more like a stalker or if it was more of one that was enjoying it a little bit more and the other one was cheating on him or was not into him. You know how they say she's just not into you? Well, dude, she just was not into you, and I feel bad for him. Um, I watched one girl, she had met her boyfriend like a week or two before, and she was proposing to him I think it's on Leap Day or whatever, and he told her no. And she looked like, I mean, she was so happy to ask him, and she looked like she was going to hit the floor. She was so hurt and so angry. And then You know, some of these wedding proposals. There was this one, What Would You Do? The TV show that comes on NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, something. It depends on where you're at, what network it actually comes on, because I think some shows come on one way, but they go on another. You know, one network might be CBS here, but be NBC someplace else, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way that it is. And excuse me for just one moment. Um, Good. Yay. Let me know how EC goes later. I apologize. I had to take that. It'll be like that for the next, whatever. You want to make sure your loved ones are safe. So, Storm, you want to make sure that they're accounted for. When you hear something hits, you want to make sure they're not in that area, or you can get a hold of them. So, yeah, I was watching. It was one. What would you do? And there's this guy and a girl, and the guy. It was Valentine's Day. He was proposing to his girlfriend. Takes them to a restaurant. Sits down. He gets there before she does. He has flowers and chocolates. She of course, says, I didn't think we were doing gifts, and sits down and is talking. Well, immediately after she gets there, she gets a phone call. Or no, he gets up to go to the bathroom, and she gets a phone call. And I'll preface that in the next one. Thanks for watching. Be right back.